Yeah.
Right.
Straight like that podcast. You feel me?
Good evening, everybody. It's your boy BIZ from Straight Like That. This is where we at today. This is where we at with it. Some very unjust, evil, racial, just downright dirty.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your co-host. You already know. This is it's sad. This is not the first time that this had happened, but this has been ongoing thing for years now, and something must be done about this. Ladies and gentlemen, don't make no mistake about this. As another black woman has lost their life.
Last Friday around 9 p.m., Ajike Owens, a mother of four, was shot and killed by an unidentified woman in Ocala, Florida. According to civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is now representing the Owens family, AJ's children, who are 3 to 12 years old, were playing in a field next to an apartment complex when a 58-year-old white woman allegedly began yelling at them to get off her land and calling them racial slurs. According to Crump's statement, the children left, but accidentally left behind an iPad, which the woman took. When one of the kids tried to retrieve it, the woman threw it, hitting the boy and cracking the screen. Ms. Owens walked across the street to speak to the woman, but Crump's office says when she knocked on the door, the neighbor allegedly shot her through the closed front door. The bullet hole is shown here in photos provided by Crump's law firm. Owens was shot and later pronounced dead at the hospital. The shooter responsible has not yet been identified, arrested, or charged. The family held an emotional news conference today to demand answers and, importantly, an arrest. The Marion County Sheriff's Office also held a press conference today. They did not confirm or deny Trump's account, but they did say they know who the shooter is. There had apparently been an ongoing feud between the shooter and Owens about her children. The sheriff also shared that when Owens came to the shooter's door, there was a heated exchange before Owens was shot through the door. At least 2 of the children may have witnessed the shooting.
This 58-year-old woman,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
has nothing else better to do with herself and her life than to harass and hate and show a bunch of racial flair and energy towards children.
Right.
It's just not right, man.
So where did we get to the point in life that if we having a disagreement, if kids involved or not, we just adults, everybody has emotions, there's a problem that needs to be addressed. When does it get to a point now that life has now been taken?
Now, according to the news, man, they said that this woman and this lady had already had fallen outs.
Right.
This isn't the first time.
Right.
Her kids must live so remotely close to this woman,
Right.
that these kids bother her.
For some reason.
No, you're racist.
Right.
You have to be racist.
In order for that.
So now you want to use the law in Florida
To justify.
to justify the fact that you were so-called protecting yourself and you were fearing for your life.
You standing your ground.
That's a bunch of bull, man.
You know it.
But
It doesn't even make sense. But, we don't live in Florida, and I'm glad, but that stand your ground law, I don't agree with it. Because now you're misusing that. the government, whoever that put that law into play, into position for Florida, give people the smoking gun. The lady door was closed. This lady walked to this lady's house, knocked on her door. She didn't even give this woman a chance. And she was there with her kid. And she, pow, shoot through the door. So at some point, then she must knew that woman was on the other side of that door.
And apparently didn't have any compassion for the child.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, what are your thoughts? What are your views about it? Because make it make sense to me. Because there is no way in the world you mean to tell me that now we living in this era, in an age that if I'm having a confrontation with my neighbor and our children involved, you've done something to my kid, you mean to tell me I can't even knock on your door without even, if you even get into a fight. So you mean to tell me I can't even knock on your door to see what the problem, what the issue is.
But you know something, you know what, brother?
My head clean,
you know something? We don't know what kind of words that they exchanged.
Right.
You understand? Were there things thrown back and forth? No, we don't know all of this.
No, we don't.
But, you know, I don't understand it. So we don't really, right, we wasn't there, and we don't understand why she did it. But we don't know what kind of arguments they went to and to what extreme. Ain't no telling what kind of names that this woman called Miss Owens' children.
Right.
She could have called them all types of names. Who knows?
Yes. Yes.
You know?
I totally agree with you.
But
we don't know.
But there is still no reason, and it's unjustifiable for this woman to shoot another black woman. We just...
Right.
They're killing our women as well. Unbelievable.
Right.
Our queens. You know what I mean?
Right. Just be aware and conscious of your laws, black people. Understand this. This is what's going on down there in the state of Florida, and our hearts go out to Miss Owens and her family and her children. The most, it's her children.
Yes.
The trauma, the therapy that they're going to need. And if they grew up not liking white people, I cannot blame them.
And
I cannot blame them at all.
Yes, sir. That's one of the main things that's going to happen. You know, they're traumatized, man. They're going to be traumatized, you know, basically for the rest of their lives.
They have to go to sleep every night, and then the funeral hasn't even happened yet. That's even the worst part about it. You 19 years old, seeing your mama laying in a casket. And then you go home. Everybody is going about their life.
And not only that, it was for the protection of them.
For them. My mama
for the
died
protection of them.
Trying to protect us, trying to figure out why this lady don't like us, why this lady said these things to us.
Oh, they know now. They had to learn the hard way, unfortunately.
Right. Unfortunately.
You know, bad enough we're not taught our history in school. Our history, but that's a different story.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I'm quite sure that, you know, in the beginning stages of this this feud
right.
with this racist neighbor,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure that the things, like I said, I can't begin to imagine.
I can't either.
About the things that were actually said, the things that actually came out this woman's mouth.
Right.
They already said she threw shit at the kids.
Right.
You know?
The iPad and it cracked, and because the kids went back
to get the iPad. Calling them all kind of names and all of that kind of mess.
Right.
What else is that? That's nothing but pure hatred.
It's evil.
And racism, man.
Evil at its finest.
Why did this lady didn't just, oh my God.
At its finest.
All this woman did was go and see about her babies.
That's it.
Like
any other woman would have done.
Animals go see about their kids.
Joining me now in their first interview is Pamela Diaz, the mother of A.J. Owens, A.J.'s son, Isaac Williams, and Ben Crump, the attorney representing the family. Thank you all for being here, and I am so sorry for your loss. I've been sick about this all day, to be honest, since I heard about it this morning. So I'm so sorry for your loss, but I want to just make sure that I got all of those details correct, Ms. Diaz. Is there anything you want to correct about the way that I told the story?
Thank you, Joy, for the opportunity to speak with you. I would like to say that, yes, there was an iPad left behind. My grandson, the daughter of Ajike, did go back to retrieve it. The woman, Susan, did have it. The white woman, Susan, had it, would not give it back to my grandson. An An item was thrown at him. He went home to tell his mother, as any normal child would do.
Yep.
As a parent of any child hearing such news would go to the adult home to ask what happened. She simply knocked on the door. The woman shot her through the closed door with her son, 9 years old, standing next to her.
Let me ask you about the...
Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
My daughter did, as I said, any parent would do. Want to talk to the adult to find out why she had his belongings, why she threw items at her child. She simply knocked on the door, was unarmed, no weapons, just wanted answers, wanted to speak to another adult regarding an incident involving her 9-year-old son, who was standing next to her.
And let me ask you about this, because the sheriff has tried to portray this as a feud, but these are little kids, you know, these are babies that are playing, which what kids are supposed to do. It is your understanding that this woman called the children racial slurs. I'm assuming I know what racial slur that you mean.
The N-word, slaves, other profanity, B-words, you name it. This was not the first incident. This has happened numerous times.
Let me go to you, Ben, because I lived in Florida for a long time. I have had to knock on and ring the doorbells of neighbors for, you know, issues regarding our kids. That seems like the most normal thing that a mom would do. If there's ever a problem, our kids would come and get me or their dad, and we would go and talk to the neighbor. That is the normal way the world is supposed to work. But now in Florida, you have stand your ground. And I can't imagine kids can trick or treat in Florida now, because it's too terrifying, because there are people who would shoot anybody that they see coming at their door or on their driveway. How is it possible, though, that with the door closed, this woman can have access to the stand your ground law? How can you say you're standing your ground when there's a closed door between you and the woman, the mom, standing outside your door with a 9-year-old child?
This woman has to pay, man. This is drawing the line. Through a door,
You didn't give her a chance.
you didn't see it every other way but this way. Through the door, come on now. You knew this woman was going to come out on his door because you knew you were wrong for messing with her kids.
Right.
For screwing with her children, her babies. You would have came and knocked on her door. If your son or daughter came back and saying, Mom, ABC, she did ABC, XYZ to me.
Or call the cops.
Exactly. Or call the cops. One. Yo, this is just ridiculous.
This is what's going on down there in Florida. This dumb ass stand your ground law. Come on, man. That's not your ground. So basically saying, if you get any type of situation, confrontation with somebody, you got the right to pull your gun out and blow their head clean off. And it's justifiable. There's no way you can make that make sense to me. It doesn't.
You think if that was in reverse, things would be totally different.
And I believe, and I don't know Miss Owens, but I believe she would have done that. She would have shot through her door. If that lady would have knocked on her door, that wouldn't even have thought cross her mind.
There's no way in hell. It's premeditated. Come on, man.
You call
all this lady did was knock on your damn door.
Come on.
Come on now.
You set her up. You meant to do that.
Through her door.
You set a trap and say, you know what? I'll wait till she cut his door. I got something for her.
Exactly. Premeditation.
Because you knew she was at your door. You had to look through the door, look out the blind or something. You knew that lady was at your door. You didn't just say somebody knocking your door, you just shoot through the door. No. That lady knew that Miss Owens was at her door. Mm-hmm. She knew that. Mm-hmm. And she shot perfect enough that it killed her, not her child.
That was a blessing. Because the child was on the other side of the door, stand right next to the child, from what they're saying.
Yes, they stand. Her 9-year-old son was standing right beside her. Yes,
right. So the baby was blessed.
Right. Thank God.
But the mama,
right? She
just took the heat, man. She took it all.
Right.
You know, Shout out to our black women, man, our black queens.
Well,
Lord have mercy.
yes, y'all must be protected at all times.
Yo, I just can't. I can't
fathom it. I can't process it. I can't. I don't. I don't. It does not sit well in my spirit. I do not agree with that law. I don't know who.
You're taking the words right out of my mouth, brother.
I can't.
The kids, though, the kids. I can't get that out of my mind.
Kids, man.
Oh my God. How can they go to school right away? How can they live normal lives? Like, I wonder how long it's going to take them to come back from this, man.
If they ever come back from it.
Well,
some kids, they harbor it for so long, they turn into drugs, alcohol, they go to prison, they have mental breakdowns, they cannot understand, they cannot function because they can't get past what happened to them 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
I'm 29, but this happened when I was 9. And I still haven't bounced back since.
Still haven't bounced back. Wow. It could affect them severely, mentally.
I have a problem with white people. I have a problem with authority. I have a problem with the law.
That's going to be the worst part of their lives, I think, is them continuing their lives to get along with the white man.
I can't.
White women, white children.
I can't.
I can't fathom it.
They look at them as y'all the enemy. White man, white man, white woman, white girl, white boy. I hate all y'all.
Yeah.
How can you be mad at them? How can you fix that?
And it was under racial
on top of that. So I know y'all
was
really
definitely racism.
I know now y'all definitely don't like me because you didn't kill my mama.
Right. Oh my God. It's probably called them kids all kind of terrible things.
Right.
Damn. And then the mama, she seems to have it together. She's holding herself together.
Right.
The interview on the news.
Right. This she's trying to keep it together. But did you see how his grandson? You see the look?
Oh yes, I did. The young man didn't know what to say.
He just looked like he's just out of it.
He's still trying to process it
in his mind.
He's still trying to really understand what the hell
just happened. My mama dead
over some this woman next door with this race.
Yeah,
this racism
killed my mama. That's shock. He's in shock. He can't believe it. He think he's in a dream. This is a dream. No, it's not, son. No, it's not, young man.
Right. Wow. Children at that. They're only children.
Yeah. There's no child should ever experience or witness that. You talking about trauma to the extreme.
Yeah, that's to the.
You cannot get mad at that young man if his life not be the same no more because of that. It's like he's seen his mama's life get taken right in front of his very own eyes. What in the world?
And what about the one that was beside her? Was that the youngest one? I didn't catch that. Which one was that?
I assume that young man that was up there right then. I assume
was the one that was standing next to her.
That was the one that was standing next to her.
Right. He's up in there. He's a pretty big boy.
Yeah, he's a pretty big boy. Yeah. Like he should be a football player. He's pretty.
You know the next question coming, don't you?
What would that be, brother?
Where's the dad?
Yeah.
Which is always
was the next question.
Right.
We haven't even heard anything about the dad.
Right. And if where was the dad? Where is he at right now? This irrelevant. Really does not matter.
At this point, it doesn't. But 9 times out of 10, I think we already know the story. Dads are not always in the picture, sort of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We spoke about that on one of our podcasts.
Right. That's always the fact.
I even shared, a personal story about meeting my father.
Right.
You did. But
but
I would like to know he may not be alive.
Or he could be locked up. We don't know. We don't know.
You know what the statistics, say about us.
Right.
Us black, brown folks.
Right. We're deadbeats and right, and all that blah blah blah. Yeah. But our hearts go out to the Owens family again.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen in the state of Florida, be aware of your laws. Be conscious of who your neighbors are and the people that you deal with on a daily basis when it comes to confrontations and just understanding their reactions and knowing this is a person that's out for no good. They mean you all the harm in the world and just do not fall victim to their traps that they out here to set for you.
Exactly, and I think that's what that was that happened to that woman. That woman fell into a trap. Like I said, her and that old lady were going through some things, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Quite some time. They had a couple squabbles, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Probably was Great Rumble at one time.
But
that old lady was, you know what I mean?
She might have thought like, this is a black woman, I can't beat her, but I can beat her with this.
Right. She knew she couldn't whoop that black woman. She knew that. But still, see, this is a first. I've never heard of anybody shooting a person through a door for this type of circumstance.
Right, right.
For kids playing near your home, okay, they're leaving personal possessions on your property, you don't like, you throw it at them, you curse them out. What the hell is that about?
It's evil people in this
We
world,
know
man.
what it is, but damn.
It's evil people in this world.
You know.
Kids
Yeah.
cannot be kids, man. Like, if I have some property and me, you live next door, your kids, I don't give a doggone, they play with my dead kids.
Right.
But see, I'm not.
Exactly.
I don't have no hate in me.
They don't care about our children, a lot of them.
I don't have no racism
Damn
in me.
shame. You
You
know?
understand me?
You know, we know what they do to kids out here. We'll get into that a little later, but,
Right.
you know, it's crazy.
You can, how can you live with your, how can you, I don't understand, how can you? You a person evil. The hatred, the evil in this world, and the people would go to the extreme to take another person's life and be okay with that.
Yes. And be okay and lose no sleep.
Nothing.
Go somewhere and eat, have a cup of coffee, smoke a blunt, whatever they do right after it.
Go for a job and you just took a whole person.
Right after it. And you know something, man, it's amazing. Like I thank God for the spirit that I do have.
Yes.
If it wasn't for the sake of the goodness in me,
Right.
I would be no good at all.
Me neither.
You know, and you know, truth be told, I can't fight the goodness that's in me. You know, we got that devil on the left shoulder, we got the angel on the right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My angel on the right, he always wins. Oh, the devil, he always sit there. He don't go nowhere.
No, he doesn't.
You know, Christians say he the first one in the church before they get there.
Right.
Before we get, yeah, I mean,
Right, you know.
before we even get there, before we go to church. But, man, I just, you know, evil is real. It's here, man, and it seems like it's here to stay.
It is.
And the powers that be, they justify it, you know, according to, you know, the white power structure, the way they got things going on out here.
The way they said it.
And I don't think this white woman's going to pay like she should.
Because of that stand your ground law in the state of Florida. Maybe she was in, you know, Texas or Mississippi, you know, another state that does not go for that. It's like, no, you cannot do that. You cannot shoot through your door. I don't care what issue.
All right, that woman should be in the jail for the rest of her life.
Yes.
Just like everybody else.
Right.
You understand? But we know the story. Huh? Everything fucked up happens to us.
Right.
And
Right.
the government and the police and the judges and the DAs and the, you know, all the folks down there in City Hall give a shit.
The powers that be.
They want us out.
They want us out.
They're gonna let I hope they let that lady get away with that shit, man.
I hope not. Because there's no way in the world you're going to
That's
tell me
fucked up.
that's justified.
She destroyed that woman's whole family's life.
Right.
Their whole family, she freaking destroyed it and left them traumatized. And they didn't even live a full life with their mama. Don't get to see them graduate.
None of that.
Don't get to see them at the get them see them have kids.
None of that.
None of that kind of stuff, man. She robbed this family.
That's what she did.
She robbed this family, man.
Right.
You know, we got to, oh my God, man.
It upsets you. It makes you mad. It makes you,
man.
It pisses you off that bad. You know what I mean? It really does. And this has been going on. for years. Started with Trayvon,
Bro.
and years. Run the list down.
They're gonna spend their whole life. They're gonna spend their whole lives. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to take back what the devil stole.
Right.
Because you don't bounce back right away. From that sort of
how can you?
That sort of trauma in your life, man.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Through the door. Through the
we
door.
live in this world
that going in my head. Through the
door. I cannot. It's just so on so many levels, man. Like this lady didn't even think about her kids. She didn't care about her own life. Like if I shoot through this door, what's going to happen to me? She had so much hatred and so much evil in her spirit, in her heart. She didn't even think about like how this going to affect her children. I hate this woman so badly. I'm killing her today. It's premeditated. I don't care what judge, what courtroom she go into. You cannot.
But see, I heard you say that she didn't think about what was going on in her life and her family. She didn't think about, the people that she had in her life or her life, period.
She did.
But I think, that she knew what she can do.
Okay,
and she may have spoken to somebody who got that power that can do what she need them to do.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And get away with it. Who knows? Because they got their ways. Look how much of it they got, how much killing of us that they've gotten away with thus far.
Right. They have people in places, in high places.
But this one is just different as hell.
It
Through
is.
the door.
Yes, that's why.
How the fuck are they going to rule in the court, man? Yo.
They can't.
You can't. How you gonna fight that? Oh, you can do that here in Florida. I'm just protecting myself. I feel scared. I was threatened.
There's no way.
Who knows that he might get on the stand? If she get on the stand, I don't know. And start lying on that dead lady.
Hey.
That dead woman about what she said to her and she threatened her and this. Who knows? That's the. See what I'm saying? Cause she had an alibi or she had some shit already twisted in her head. Right. She had the game already.
Right.
When she did that shit, she know they coming to get your ass.
Right. She thought it out.
And you almost killed one of the fucking kids that was standing right by you. You might as well say you almost killed one of them.
You did. You killed their life.
Killed their life.
You did.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, what we're saying to the people out there in Florida, or just in general, but particularly in Florida, ladies and gentlemen, be careful. Understand how your law works. Understand how your stand your ground works. It's just not working your favor. It's not working in your favor. It makes no sense. So that means anybody at any time in any situation that you're having with another person, man or woman, this can happen.
Yeah.
And she shot through the door. That woman had no weapon
stuck,
on her.
Stuck right there.
She shot through the door. She had no weapon on her. She come to see about why you messing with my kids. I want to talk to you. Yeah, we might have had other confrontations, but this one is different.
You were that scared, huh? She was that damn scared.
She wasn't scared. That woman knew what she was doing.
That's what I'm saying.
She
That's her alibi. I was scared.
Yeah.
Fighting for my life.
But let's truth be told, yeah, all of that. She gonna pull that card. But let's be real about this. That woman knew what she was doing. She had to set out to do that to that woman.
I believe so. Like I said, like this shit been going on and on and on. That woman say, man, I'm tired of these niggas. That's
Yeah. And we was a fly on the wall to hear and think what that woman was. Yeah.
That was a young, beautiful black woman too.
Yes. Only thing she was doing was being a beautiful black woman.
Was a beautiful black woman.
Being a mom, a mother, raise her kids. She gonna see about her cubs. Like, what's happening? What's going on? Why you keep messing with my babies?
Right, and the dad wasn't around, so she had to do what she had to do. Because, like we said a little earlier on, had the mama not been home at that time, and dad would have went over there to be the one to say, hey,
Miss Lady,
how you doing, Miss such and such? They probably know the lady's name.
is your husband home?
If she had, shit, they ain't show nobody. They ain't say nothing about nobody else.
But
That woman's life on the news at all.
Right, but normally, if the situation, us men, how we are, we not gonna know the woman is the man of the house here. Can I speak to your husband or something?
Right. We wouldn't went over there like a female would do it.
Right.
So once again, that's why I say that I don't know, man. They went through so much stuff in the past. That lady, like, man, she better not come over here today.
I got some for. I bet you I got some for today.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
No, it's believable.
No, through the door is unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, no, it's believable. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Damn.
It's believable. Yeah. See the hole in the door.
Yeah.
There wasn't no hole.
Well, I am definitely waiting for the verdict for this one.
Oh, this is gonna take a minute. And I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna go so far out on the limb and say this right here. Down there in Florida, I don't, know how the judicial system work, the court system work down there, but I hopefully and pray that they judge rightfully because, how black folk are. When something ain't right, we can only tolerate and take so much.
Jump up in the courtroom, jump across the people and try to get you.
Or it's gonna be a big protest.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a big protest.
Yeah, there may be rioting or something.
It may be a backlash
if they don't rule
the right way,
the right way,
the just way.
It just may happen, brother. We'll be hearing about
because we can only take so much. You know what I mean?
Just like always.
Like, hold on, y'all not gonna keep doing this to us, man.
Tired of taking us out and getting away with it.
That's the part.
You don't hear nothing on the news about us killing white folks every other day, every month, twice a month. None of that. For real, we stay out of their way. We don't even want to be in your lane anyway.
Pretty much, really.
I don't want to live. I don't care if I get millions of dollars. Whatever. I don't want to live out there with y'all. I go somewhere with a bunch of black folks at.
I'll be just fine.
That's getting money. That's doing all right for themselves.
I won't even be around y'all, man. I'm in a no-win situation, even if I got money.
Hey, Miss Owens probably Miss Owens probably wanted to leave behind. She probably wanted to move.
I'm sick of this woman.
And she wasn't able to do it right away.
Maybe she had to find the means of financially or whatever.
Yeah.
Who's to say? She's like, I'm out sick of this white woman. If I had knocked her head off.
She took it to a whole nother level, a whole nother extreme with first of all, the kids. Why are you throwing shit at these kids? You supposed to got dealt with the police behind that. Did she call the police on you when you threw shit at her kids?
Because I'm quite sure they had to go home and say, Mama, she done threw that.
Damn right she did.
Can't throw something at my kid, I'm gonna throw something at you, these hands.
Yeah. Mama would have gave her ass the business. Old and all.
Yeah. We don't care nothing about that.
About their kids. Them black women don't play about their kids, man. My mom when I was doing my mom used to spaz.
Women, period.
With spaz about us, bro.
Not just the black women, period, don't care about their kids.
Right.
Men either.
Well, not all women care about their kids like they should. Let's establish that.
That's true.
I don't care what color they are.
Right.
You feel me? But this particular one, she took all that.
Yeah.
I love mine.
Right.
These my babies.
They came out of me. Stop playing with me.
What the hell is going on? Knock, knock, knock.
I'm gonna see what the business is. She lost her life in the process. Because this woman shot through the door. I feel threatened. How? You in your home. She's knocking on your door. It'd have been like different if she'd have kicked your door, beating on your door. She yelling and screaming outside.
Right.
Threw a brick through your window. None of that.
None of that. You just knocked.
That's it.
Come on, man.
It is asinine when they try to justify this unjustifiable killing of this mother of four who was killed in front of her children. I mean, it is heartbreaking on every level. And the fact that they have not arrested this killer is appalling. We know, Attorney Thomas and I talked about, if the roles were reversed, there is no way they could tell us they would not have arrested a black woman from shooting a white woman through her door. She could have called 911. She could have did 100 other things, Joy Reid, than to use deadly force. And it is unacceptable. And we can't send this message that it is okay in America to shoot black people for ringing doorbells like Ralph Yar in Kansas City, or now like Ajike Owens in Ocala, Florida. The wrong message, America.
Ms. Diaz, tell me about your daughter. Tell me what she was like.
My daughter was an amazing mom. She lived for her children. She was active. She was a cheer mom. She was a football mom. She sent her children. She made sacrifices so that they could attend private school. She was a manager in the hospitality industry, the restaurant industry. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't even know how she did it. She is an amazing testament to all mothers in this world.
Yeah. And Isaac, sweetie, I know you miss your mom, but she seemed like an amazing person. And you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but she seemed like she was very cool. And so I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Mom, what is going to happen with these beautiful children?
I am going to be the primary caregiver for these children. Currently, I reside out of state. I am relocating to Ocala so that I can continue, the children can continue with a sense of normalcy so that they can be in their hometown amongst their friends, attend their same school. I just want them to have the life that their mother dreamed for them, that was trying to provide for them. So,
well, thank God for awesome moms, awesome grandmas like you, Pamela Diaz. God bless you. Sweet Isaac, God bless you, sweetheart. And Ben, we are literally turning bullying into murder. And the state of Florida now allows unlicensed people to carry guns and turn caring and bullying and the bullying of children into murder. It is inconceivable to me that this is not immediately considered an arrestable crime. I'm disgusted and sick about it, and about my former state where my children lived. Unbelievable. Please keep us up to date, Ben. Will you keep us up to date on what's happening?
Absolutely. Let's say her name on the same day that Breonna Taylor and Tyree Nichols would have been 30 years old had they not been taken from this earth unnecessarily. A.J. Owens, let's say her name.
Amen. A.J. Owens, God bless her memory. Pamela Diaz, Isaac Williams, and Ben Krupp, thank you very much. We'll be right back.
It's wicked, man.
It really is.
Wicked ass world, bro.
That
we keep being the ones that suffer. Haven't we suffered long enough?
Wow.
We can't win for losing out here, y'all.
So we just stay behind the 8 ball.
Lord have mercy.
With my man, they don't love us. They never did.
They don't love us, huh?
They don't love us.
Shit.
We built this.
Hey,
we still can't get the satisfaction, the respect that we deserve.
But I learned how to be proud of who we are. I learned how to be proud of who we are. I've always been proud of who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I never.
As a black man, like, I know I'm a light guy, but I feel dark because I get treated the same way. It doesn't fucking matter. You know?
And again, people, our hearts go out. I cannot say this enough. Our hearts go out to Miss Owens and her family, brothers,
Definitely.
sisters, aunt, grandma, all of them. The kids, man. It's the kids. Her kids, man. It's messed up. How can you do that?
It was over nonsense, bro.
It's really, if you really sit down and look at it, it was pointless. And people have disagreements all the time, every day, all day, since the beginning of time. Everybody not going to agree. So we're going to agree to disagree, but why is the bloodshed? If me and you have no problem, we can fight about it, we can cuss each other out, we can not like each other, but brother, I love you. I'm not going to take you away.
Keeps taking me back to why in the hell did this lady do that? Think about the dreams, the goals, the aspirations that these kids had. Ain't no telling. They probably were already honing in on certain talents and gifts that they had. We don't know what the hell that these kids know how to do.
Right.
You dig? And now it done dampered their spirits.
I don't want to do this no more.
Damn.
I don't want to play football no more.
Bro.
When I get a certain age, 12, 13 years old, I'm going to get on drugs. Because I can't get past what happened to me 3, 4 years ago. Now I'm 15, 16 years old. I miss my mom. I can't function in this world. So let me go get me some drugs.
But they might overcome. They might have. They might have some great people, great family in their lives.
And I hope
that they encourage them and lift their spirits.
Because it seemed like the mom got it together. That's what it seems like to me. So you never know. Let's not just talk about the negative. Of course, they're going to be an adult will be traumatized over this.
Right.
So of course they're going to be traumatized because their brain is not even formed yet. Your brain doesn't even start forming until you start turning around about 18.
Right.
So of course they're going to be traumatized. But these children are so smart, and we haven't even talked about the faith yet. If they have faith, you see what I'm saying? So all that come into play. So let's not say.
Well, we get what you're saying,
right.
But I mean, just plainly speaking, straight like that, like you know what I'm saying? Just, statistically speaking as well, we know. I'll put a percentage on it. I'll say 70%.
Right.
70% out of 100. That's just my opinion. It's not. I didn't look it up and research it.
Right.
I think 70% out of 100 of them don't take it too well, bro.
Right. Right.
In order to conquer, adversity, you have to be strong. We all have a story to tell. There's somebody's story that may be, worse than yours. I'm quite sure you heard it coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You did? But once again, the brother is absolutely right. Ain't no telling, these kids might grow up to be okay. Decent human beings, successful. You know what I mean?
And tell their story one day.
And tell their story one day.
To help inspire somebody else.
Right, to bring somebody else up out of the dumps.
Right.
And having, sorrowful feelings about what happened to them, depression, anxiety, all that kind of mess.
Right.
What happened to them.
Right.
And let's not forget about suicide. One of them might be like, damn, I don't want to be here. I miss my mom. I want to go with my mama.
Right.
Who knows? This woman did so much damage.
It's so many different variables.
It trickled down.
Right. So many different variables.
Goodness, man. That's jeez.
Right. Right.
So
it's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad, man. It's bad.
I'm still trying to process and contain it. Like when I saw the news
It hurt,
last night,
it hurt my feelings.
I was getting ready to go to bed. I'm like, what the? I just felt so. I was frozen.
Just like all the other ones.
Like, damn, but through the what? The door. And she's how old? Did what to the kids? I'm like, damn. Hold on, wait a minute. This is too much for me.
That's the part that pissed me off through the door.
This is too much for me. Word up. So
Straight like that, y'all. Black people in Florida, just be careful, be aware, stay focused. Just know how y'all laws work down there. But this right here does not sit well in my spirit.
try to be as neighborly as possible. You can't be too neighborly with them. Don't knock on their door. If they're giving you a hard way to go, they can't give you the same respect as you give them.
Right.
You know, good morning, such and such. Good morning, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, look, if they can't do the same, don't say a word to them.
Leave them be.
Hey, if you got to build a petition, you too damn close to them for your kids to be all right, you build a damn gate, a wall, or something.
I don't give a damn.
Don't even go over there, y'all.
Right. And protect yourselves.
Yes.
Black
Definitely.
people, protect yourselves.
Yes.
I'm sorry. No,
Yes.
I'm not for saying what I got to say.
Yeah.
No.
We love y'all, man.
Straight like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Straight like that podcast. You feel me?